the corners of my mind, misty watercolor memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? If we had the chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Could we? Memories may be beautiful and yet what's too painful to remember, we simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will
We are in the home of Paddy Doherty Onye of 54 Marian Park. Now Paddy, what's your first memories of moving on to 54 Marian Park?
Well, the first memories was about we didn't see was going to get one of the two last houses was give out, and I got the last one was give out, and Willie Smith he got the other one, and we shouldn't, by the talk of the folk that time, we shouldn't have qualified for a house. We were no families, but anyhow, that's that. We got the houses anyhow.
When you moved on here, you would have had different neighbours then, first than you had now.
Well, the first, my neighbours to the right here was Michael Clinton and his wife Mary, and to my left was Kevin Bittman and his wife. What are the, I don't know, I can't get her name now. Anne Clinton was born on there. I remember right there, Daddy walking her on the wall with a hand when she started to walk first. And the Bittmans had two wee girls on the left here. They went away down to South Ireland. He got a job down there. He worked in his old father's farm down at the mill. Then along came Sonny Quinn and the wife. And Billy Clinton and Mary moved down a bit further down, and William Dade and the wife came in here a couple or 3 years after that, you know.
And then at that time there were no houses across the road?
Oh no, them houses, 8 years, that's that, they were bought, you know. But the funny thing about it, everybody got these houses, I knew everybody, you know. There were no strangers. The only stranger that I didn't know was a sailor fella. He was married to a girl from out the road, she was Bridget McLaughlin Jenner, I think, or Margaret McLaughlin Jenner. But they were no time there. Then along came a big fella, I forget his name now, but he was married to a girl, they were from the huts, Doherty, Leanin from the huts. And he worked down in Farn's garage. And they stopped there a short while, they moved. Then Wally McMenamin and the wife, he was from Slavery. He was a bricklayer, he was the builder of these houses here. He came along and his wife was from the Pierhead. She was Doherty to the Pierhead Doherty Doe. And they left on to England. And Sammy McNutt came in there then. And Joe Grant from Castle Park was here at the first, and I think he swapped the house with Casey's.
Aye, that's right.
And then Dr. McCormick, he was a doctor. A nice man, he was a nice man. And Nurse Heffron, she was a midwife. And then Nurse Kelly.
Aye.
The both of them was here. And Dr. McCormick and what do they call him, Dr. Sheridan, he came along. But the greatest wee man of the whole lot was Dr. Dennis McLaughlin.
Aye. He's still going.
He's still going. Dr. Dennis was a very pleasant man to come into the house.
Aye.
And there was no odds what time you went, he didn't say he couldn't come.
Aye.
He come.
Aye.
And then we had priests here that time, they visited every year. Father McMenamin, Father Duffy.
Aye. Father O'Hagan.
Father O'Hagan and Father McMenamin, and there was a priest here.
Father O'Brien.
He was parish priest here.
Parish priest,
He was off duty most of the time. Well, that was it.
Aye. But you have great memories of that time anyway.
I can remember everything.
Aye.
But you got a week's holidays every year.
Aye.
And you spent that week's holidays in the Hull or someplace, or no Spain or nothing, you know.
No.
Spain was the Hull?
The Hull, and that's where all the holidays was. God rest the wife here, and took the boys up to Soren, and they had the greatest holiday up there. They came back grown men, you know, and stretched them out, you know. It was great that time, you know. There were men right here, James Henry Fletcher right here selling fresh herring, and John Crawford was right here selling fowl.
John the Milkman.
John the Milkman. All them men.
You're a man to enjoy a bit of a sing song.
Aye.
Paddy, were you?
I always liked a bit of a sing song.
With the brass rail, was it?
Brass rail and everywhere.
You want to finish up and give us a wee song?
Oh, sure.
Paddy.
Aye, that would be lovely.
Very nice.
You might be the only man we'll get to sing on this tape.
That's right, and the first only man in Marian Park to sing.
Come all you loyal heroes, and listen unto me. Don't you hire with any farmer till you know what your work will be. You rise up in the morning, and from clear daylight till the dawn, and you pray that you'll be able for to plough the rocks upon. My coat it is all worn, and my stockings they are thin. My heart it is a trembling, and I'm wet unto the skin. My heart it is a trembling, from the clear daylight till the dawn, and I pray that I'll be able for to plough the rocks upon. Rise up, you scoundrel Sweeney Shore, you have me nearly robbed. You're sitting by that fireside with your feet upon the hob. You're sitting by that fireside from the clear daylight till the dawn, and I pray that you'll be able for to plough the rocks upon. Rise up, my gallant Sweeney boy, and give those horses hay, and give to them a feed of oats before you will take them away. Don't feed them on soft turnip sprig that grows in yon green lawn, or they never will be able for to plough the rocks upon. Oh, I wish some sergeant major would send for me in time, and list me in some regiment, all in my youth and prime. I would fight for Ireland's glory, from the clear daylight till the dawn, and I never will be home again for to plough the rocks upon, and I never will be home again for to plough the rocks upon.
How you doing?
Are you taking
All right, Dad. What are we doing?
When did you move in there, Bobby?
April 1951. No, 53.
Did you? 54?
54, sorry. Yes.
Are you taking all that?
Ah.
What?
So you are the original tenants.
Yes.
We're here 50 years.
50 happy years.
Yes. Very happy. You okay now?
Good stuff. Where did you live before this, Bobby?
Up the town street, Murray Keynes.
Lovely.
Murray Keynes, upstairs.
Ah.
Yes.
So you're going down to the do, are you?
Pardon?
Are you going down to the do on Sunday night?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Good luck in the next 50 years.
Right.
Okay.
The next 50.
Ah.
Cheerio.
Will you still be here?
I well, I hope so. Feel a wave.
We'll see you in 50.
We're now in the home of Seamus Megan Fletcher, number 11, Clunmora, Marian Park. Seamus Megan, what's your first memories of moving on to number 11, 50 years ago?
Well, 50 years ago, we were like everybody else, we were waiting on a house. And I stood up where we lived in a wee house, and I stood up watching the doors being painted and the windows being painted, and wondering away would I get one. We weren't the first to get them, there were so many put out first. But then, wild excitement, the morning I got the letter from the council that I got a house, oh, all my novenas and all my prayers were answered. So I ran to tell Seamus's mother first, and then we started to get excited about when would we flit. First of all, Seamus got a bag of turf and he went down and he lit a fire down on here. And then we flitted on the Easter Monday, that year 1954. And Easter Monday it didn't take much to flit us, patting a big house lorry with a table, a bed,
A cot,
a cot, a pram and 6 chairs.
the wardrobe.
And a wardrobe, and that was it.
So as soon as you got the keys, you run that day?
Oh, we were in that
night?
that night we got in. I remember that, and getting on the fire.
No waiting about for weeks to...
No waiting about for weeks or measuring curtains or all that. Not at all. No bother. Like that, just get in. We had a door of our own. My mother used to say, once you get a door of your own, you'll be all right. You know, to go in and out of.
Where were you living beforehand?
We lived in a wee... First of all, we were in a room in Castle Park, and then we had one child then. We got... the second one then when we were in a wee house down behind the Greenway. A wee single cottage, just one apartment. There There was the sink and everything else was in the one wee room, just, you know, and the mice as well. But whatever, and we were glad to get a house of our own then. We had a flush toilet,
Aye.
and that was great, and the water, running water, and that was just
Just in heaven.
in heaven,
Aye.
just in heaven.
Wally McLaughlin was our man that sold us the carpet. It wasn't curtained on and whatever furniture we bought, beds as we were needed them.
Big bully of furniture.
Aye.
And when I come to do anything, he didn't come to 12 o'clock at night.
Aye. That up in the main street, there was that.
Aye.
That's right, with the,
Did really have it after that?
that's right.
Aye.
But they were good times. Everybody was happy.
Aye.
Everybody was happy and friendly and neighbourly. There were no. The Waynes would go out and play, and there would be an odd wee tussy out the front, you know, and all that. But you got over that.
Aye.
You got over them things.
People had time for one another.
Plenty time for one
Aye.
another. And you never could run short of anything, but you always. Nowadays, there's no such thing as running into borrow off your neighbour, but them times it was great.
Aye.
You know, if you run short, your neighbour will always pull you out.
Where did you work, Seamus, or what did you work at when you moved into Marian Park or Clonmore?
I worked in my Carter's factory as a knitter. Well, I started there in 1948, and I was there 6 years before we moved down here. And the wages were. I started as an apprentice at 22 years of age, at 21 shillings a week. I came out in my summer holidays that year with 27 shillings for 2 weeks holidays.
There was no holiday pay.
No
Well,
holiday.
I wasn't entitled to it, but even if I had been, it would have been only part of the £2 or the 21 shillings.
Aye. And in those times, was it shift work or was it always shift work? Or was
It was always shift work.
Aye.
I was on.
Aye. Night shift and all shifts you done?
Yes, the 3 shifts.
He would come home from night shift and he would go to bed. And the summer holidays when the Waynes was at school, I would have to dress the Waynes up, raincoats and Wellingtons, and all head round the river and sit round the river, wet day or dry day, till he would get sleep.
Aye.
Because he was a bad sleeper and he needed his sleep for he had to work all
I
night.
suppose in those days there was no such things as mobile phones or
Oh, don't
was
talk
it
to me.
phones.
We were the first down here to get a phone, and it was like a public phone but here,
Aye.
because the whole park right here used our phone, and I give my number to everybody. There were phone calls coming from Scotland, America, Jersey, the Isle of Man. They were coming from everywhere, and come messages from the hospital, new babies, run and tell their parents. Then somebody then had died, run and tell them. I was round the whole park and an apron on me, a smock sometimes, me pregnant, running around and getting people to come to answer the phone. And it was, I felt so sorry for them because they would be holding on and I would have to run from here to the far end of Marian Park to get them, and by the time the people got here, it was off. They were gone. And what could you do? You felt so sorry for them that they didn't get their message, you know.
They'd be steady putting the money on the other side.
That's right.
And the money would run down and then they'd be on for a long time waiting on somebody to answer. So that was the
What
time.
year was that? What year did you put on the phone in? Can't remember.
Oh, I
It was
just
65 or
I
66.
can't
was it?
remember. Aye.
65.
Aye.
So there was no other phones in?
No,
No
at
more
that
at that
time,
time.
no, there wasn't.
I see you have a lovely area across here. It's,
Well, that garden out in front of us, that's a council property, but as thanks to the neighbours in this block here, that is looking so well. Because the people in this block here looked after it. They bought loads of clay, lorry loads of clay, got it smoothed out, and we went all out with the Waynes and the women and the men went out, lifted all the stones, sowed the grass. With the help of Bobby McMenamin, they got all the flowers down there, planted down there, and then we bought a mower between us all then to cut the grass, and we keep it as well as we can.
Bernie McCann was.
Aye.
But there are plans to continue the new road over this area. What would your
Well-
views be in that now?
Well, we'd not stand in the way of progress, you know, or if a road has to be built. But I wouldn't like that road there would be used as a main road
No.
because it's there now 50 years and was never meant to take heavy traffic. I notice now when heavy lorries and big loads of lorries goes across there. The houses are just not as steady as, you know, what they should be. The road wasn't built for that sort of traffic. That I would like in the future, if the road was going to be built across where the football field is now, across behind that wall. That'd give us a wee bit of space out, and everybody here could still have a wee bit of a garden and a wee bit away from the heavy traffic.
So one of the plans is to make this a kind of a cul-de-sac?
Well, it was to leave us a sort of parking space in the front just, and a wee green out the front and then the road.
What you would prefer?
Oh, aye. I'm not going to, we wouldn't go against the road,
No.
because if it has to go, it'll have to go. But that's in the future. I don't see it happening in the immediate future anyway. That all right?
Okay, Seamus and Eileen, thanks very much.
You
Here's
welcome.
the next 50 years. Good luck.
We can't expect that. Whatever.
We're sitting here in the brain of the Marian Park reunion, and who came up with this novel idea?
It was discussed at a 50th birthday of Marcella McHugh, which was 2 years ago. Wouldn't it be great now? The park will soon be 50 years, and it'd be nice to celebrate it. So then we sent out feelers. I think Vincent might have been the first person was approached outside the family, outside the chapel. Outside from McHugh's and Rosamond, everybody thought it was a brilliant idea, and it just blossomed from that. And Margaret was the anchor woman of the whole thing, her living in the town. Siobhan and me from living in one was in Derry and the others in Letterkenny, and she advertised it in the local newsletter for the first meeting, and it took off from that, and we never looked back, thank God.
So you have a great response?
A great response. I think the first meeting there was about 20 people there, and to date there's 18 stuck, and even the 2 that maybe dropped out are helping in different ways. It was, if anybody that sort of left the meeting, was because maybe they couldn't commit to attending meetings, but people sort of popped in and popped out, and I have to say everybody pulled their weight, and I think everybody will agree that we all never worked in such a nice gathering of people before. At least I have to say that. You know, there was no arguments, everybody pulled their weight and did what they could do and within reason. But as I say, the anchor people were here in the town, Vincent and Marius and everybody else. So this is why we're here now, and August seems so far away, in September last year. But the response has only been brilliant from the word go, and it's getting better every day.
You booked done well.
The book did very well. I think that really gave the whole thing a kick start, and it showed people that how serious we took this and the amount of work that went into it. And it's nothing but compliments about the book and about everything that's been done. From the fancy dress was the start of the launch, you could say, of the whole festivities, and from that on it's positive. So unfortunately we'll not be around another 50 years.
You heard it? No, we were at the photo exhibition there on Tuesday, and there was this guy walked in. He was totally strange. I thought, well, if he's in one of the photographs, I haven't a clue who he is. And we thought, yeah, visitor, yeah, on holidays. He was up from Limerick, and he wanted to know what it was all about. So we told him it was just like an estate where we all lived, and we're celebrating 50 years. And he went in and looked all around the photographs as if he were part, couldn't get over it, thought the photographs were brilliant, and thought it was a great community spirit, was delighted and wished us all the best. Good luck, and thought it was brilliant.
He did.
Good wished.
Yeah, because he like complete stranger. And
He'd never known anything like that to be done before, you know.
So,
His son was a young fella, like, and he was having
a wee browsy around as well, the photos. So,
That's good. Okay, good luck.
Thanks.
Thanks very much.
So then you're we're going to get a wee. Well, do you know
And you work in the mill, Willie?
Done. 50 years in the mill.
50 years in the mill.
I started as a packer and ended up as a foreman.
That's right. And you enjoyed down there?
And I was cutting the post sod and the emergency and sowing, cutting the turf.
Aye.
I was one of the cut the post sod and
Aye.
the council.
And what about you, Sarah? Did you work, or you just worked in the house? Or
No, I worked in the factory.
In the factory, yeah.
We had no children when we came out here. We were here 7 years before Liam was born.
So it was Grant's factory, was it?
No, I worked in Follett.
Follett.
Sarah was a good with a needle and thread. Like,
oh, aye. I always was too. So you done a bit of sewing?
Sarah was like a needle and thread. Barefoot days, oh boy, the things we did. Barefoot days when we were little kids. We'd go down to a shady nook with a bent pin for a hook. Fish all day, fish all night, but the damned old fish they wouldn't bite. Then we go to some old cellar door, slide and slide till your pants get torn. Then you gotta run home, stay in your bed till your mother got busy with a needle and thread. Oh boys, what joy we had in barefoot days.
Good on you, Wally.
You have a great memory.
Aye. You're singing a long time, Wally.
A long time.
And you're in the choir, you must be in the choir for all your life.
And the choir must be 80 years or more.
Aye.
Bless us.
And as a party you sung that lately?
Oh,
Aye? You enjoy the singing, do you?
I do.
Aye. And what do you do now to pass the time? Do you go down to the nursing unit or anything?
I go over twice a week to nursing it.
Twice a week,
Any week I come to the Friday and we give them a song too.
Aye, aye.
Sir, where are you from originally?
I'm from Middle Ellis.
And you've good memories of the Ellis, have you?
Very good memories of Ellis.
Did you come from a big family, did you, sir?
Yes, there were 10 of us.
Was there?
And we were, I was the second youngest. I have a younger sister still living, pretty clear, and I have the rest are all dead.
God bless us.
Yeah.
Things were hard, were they?
Very hard, and the winters were very hard then. We're in deep knees, up to the knees in snow. The winter came for months.
Yeah.
But they're still happy times, weren't they?
Oh, sure, we didn't know any better anyhow.
No.
That's true. We thought we were grand.
There's more money about now and some people are maybe not as happy.
The money was very scarce, you know.
Aye.
So you went to school in the Ellis, did you?
Yes, I was 14.
Aye. And did you start work then at 14 in the factory?
No, actually I couldn't get a job until I had a week I was 15.
Aye. So did you travel on every day and
No, we stayed on
stayed on the
with my
town?
sisters.
Aye. And go home at the weekend? Aye. It wasn't easy either, especially in the winter time, you know.
We never saw anything.
No.
How many family have you?
I'm just the one. Liam.
Liam. Where's Liam now?
He's living there at Cockhill Road.
Well, one good one, that's all right enough.
Exactly.
One good one is
That's right.
They're very good to you,
Aye.
Very, very good.
Aye.
Well, it's nice to
We
have
waited
him.
a long time on it.
Yeah, it's nice to have him around home, isn't it?
You're
Aye.
great.
Aye. Great.
Great.
There's a wee barber shop up the town.
Aye.
That's right.
How many grandchildren have you?
3, 2 boys and a girl.
What's their names?
Jared, Stephen and Kirsten.
Kirsten. Aye. It's great to have the grandchildren too, isn't it?
Oh, they're brilliant.
Aye.
You want wee jobs down there? Come on.
Aye. You can see them out cutting the grass there.
Oh, my cradle days,
Good.
I've needed you always. Since I was a baby upon your knee, you sacrificed everything for me. I stole the gold from your hair. I put the silver thread there. I don't know anyway, can I ever repay Paul of my cradle days?
Nobody.
Very good.
Nobody.
No.
Willie, how are you doing?
Not so bad. You and yourself?
I'm doing grand.
You're retired like myself too.
Ah,
We
taking it easy.
We worked long enough.
Need with that.
The rest will do us no harm now. I'll tell you.
Exactly. Before we go out the road.
In the brown box.
What year did you move on here?
Well, the best I could remember with that is we had a Donny there, God rest him. He lives in the front row. There were 2 houses vacant, and he got one and I got the other one. And I remember because me and Hugh, Dennis McGonigal moved, the other man told him he was, that's the house was vacant for Eddie. He moved down to Clonmany, and we shifted him down in the one day with 2 minibuses.
Right.
And he started down there in a pub, grocery shop, and petrol pumps, and he never looked back.
So you had happy times here, Willie?
Oh God, I
Huh?
can't complain now.
No.
We're in McCarthy's for a brave while.
We were. Kept us going for a long time.
The old people's home, as they called it.
Decent.
Charlie McKenna said one time, he says they're not too bad about McCarthy's now. He says they're doing not so bad. I've seen 1 or 2 of them up on their feet walking about. They thought it was a race too.
Okay, Willie, so you're going down on Sunday night, are you?
With the help of God, aye.
All right. Okay, Willie.
Me and the missus, so I'll see you down with it.
You'll enjoy a dance.
And don't forget the stout I'm drinking.
Stout. Okay,
with,
Willie.
with a bush along with it.
What a wee bush. Good luck, Willie.
I'll see you later. Well, all the
Good luck.
best.
Cheerio.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.